Success doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't fall into your lap when the stars align or when luck decides to favor you. It's earned, shaped, molded, and forged through relentless discipline, consistent habits, and an unshakable mindset. While it may seem like some people attract success effortlessly, the truth is, they've built their lives around patterns that support their vision. Behind that quiet confidence is a life structured by intention. They don't wait for motivation. They move with purpose. They don't pray for opportunities. They create them. They don't hope for greatness. They become it. Success starts from the inside out. It is a mirror reflecting who you are when no one's watching. It's the result of daily choices. Those quiet, often invisible decisions that seem small in the moment, but stack up over time to build something extraordinary. It's not about raw talent or superior intelligence. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about choosing action over comfort, focus over distraction, and growth over excuses. Every day you are shaping the person you're becoming. Your habits are the brushstrokes, your thoughts the colors, your discipline the outline, and your life, it's the canvas. Are you painting a masterpiece, or are you letting someone else hold the brush? The world responds to who you are, not who you wish you were. If you want to attract greatness, you must first cultivate it within yourself. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you show up, it all matters. People can feel it when you've done the work. They sense it when you carry intention, discipline, and belief. You've seen it before. Someone walks into a room and instantly commands attention, not because they speak the loudest or have the flashiest outfit, but because their energy speaks before their mouth does. That kind of presence is earned. It's not magic. It's years of making the hard choices, staying true to a higher standard, and refusing to be ordinary. They've built themselves from the inside out. They didn't wait to be chosen. They chose themselves over and over again. Think of Edwin C. Barnes. He didn't come from wealth or prestige. He had nothing but a burning desire to work with Thomas Edison. No connections, no formal education. But what he had was a vision, and more importantly, the courage to act on it. He didn't sit back and hope for a golden opportunity. He created one. He jumped on a freight train to Edison's office, walked in with nothing, and declared that he would be Edison's partner. Not an employee, a partner. And although Edison didn't immediately make him one, Barnes carried himself as if he already was. He took a small job and gave it everything he had. When the right moment came, he seized it, and the rest is history. It's the same story with Henry Ford. Before he became a titan of industry, he faced failure after failure. 2 companies collapsed under him. But he never let setbacks define him. He believed in making cars affordable for everyone, not just the elite. That vision drove him. When others would have quit, he kept refining his process, improving his designs, and innovating relentlessly. He didn't see failure as defeat. He saw it as feedback. His success didn't come from avoiding pain, but from enduring it with purpose. So ask yourself, who do you need to become to live the life you want? It's not about faking it until you make it. It's about aligning your identity with your vision. If you want to build wealth, start thinking and behaving like someone who builds it. If you want to lead, start showing up like a leader. Because success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming the kind of person who earns it. The world will meet you at the level of your standards, not your dreams. People who thrive don't operate from hope. They operate from identity. When you shift how you see yourself, everything else begins to shift around you. Your actions become more intentional. Your focus sharpens. Your energy changes. And the world notices. Opportunities come to those who are already prepared to receive them. If you're constantly chasing success, it will always stay one step ahead. But when you become the version of yourself that success belongs to, it will find you. Your life is the sum of what you repeatedly do. The decisions you make each day either bring you closer to your vision or pull you further from it. Success isn't this random lottery. It's built day by day, action by action, choice by choice. And that starts with clarity. You can't hit a target you haven't defined. Most people drift through life reacting to what happens. But if you don't set your direction, life will decide for you. And it usually won't be in your favor. Success requires precision. You can't just say you want to be successful. What does that look like for you? Is it financial freedom? Is it mastering a craft? Is it leading others? Get specific. Vague goals lead to vague results. The more clarity you have, the more power you give yourself. And once you know what you want, reverse engineer it. Break it down. What needs to happen in the next year? In 6 months? In the next 30 days? When your goals are measurable and time-bound, they stop being dreams and start becoming plans. But a plan is nothing without action. It's not enough to want it. It's not enough to write it down. You have to move. You have to execute. Execution is the bridge between ideas and results. That's the difference between the people who talk about success and the ones who live it. Greatness comes from consistent, deliberate action, from doing the work, especially on the days you don't feel like it. Your goals should scare you a little, but excite you a lot. They should stretch you. They should make you uncomfortable, because comfort never built a legacy. Those who accomplish extraordinary things aren't the most gifted. They're the most consistent. They take steps every single day, no matter how small. One brick at a time. One rep, one call, one extra hour of focus. That's how mountains are moved. That's how legacies are built. Success is earned through discipline, through the willingness to do what others won't, to become what others can't. And here's the truth no one wants to hear. You will fall. You will face setbacks. Life will test you, but it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you rise. Resilience is the quiet force that turns failure into fuel. The ones who make it aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who got back up again and again and again. Every setback is a setup for a comeback if you decide to rise. When life knocks you down, don't ask why me. Ask what is this trying to teach me? Pain isn't punishment. It's preparation. Every challenge sharpens you. Every failure trains you. And every time you rise, you grow. That's how you build strength that no one can take from you. That's how you become unstoppable. Because success isn't about avoiding adversity. It's about being the kind of person who grows stronger because of it. This is your life. No one else is coming to build it for you. No one else can create your vision. You hold the brush. You choose what kind of masterpiece you leave behind. Will you design it with purpose or let it be written by default? The choice is always yours. Start now. Become the person who deserves the life you dream of, and watch success chase you. People who succeed aren't immune to failure. They're simply relentless in their pursuit. They understand something most overlook. Failure is fleeting, but quitting cements defeat. So when life knocks you flat, don't waste time mourning the fall. Get up, dust off, move forward. Because with each step you take after falling, you're walking the path towards something greater. True resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you live. You make it your code, your rhythm. And once you do, you become unbreakable. But none of it matters if you don't believe in yourself. Before the world gives you its applause, you have to stand in your own corner. Self-belief is the root of every great achievement. It's what keeps people moving when the odds scream at them to stop. It's not the world outside that limits you. It's the storm inside. The doubts, the fears, that cruel inner voice telling you you're not enough. That's the real enemy. And if you listen to it, it will shape your destiny. But if you silence it, if you choose to believe in yourself even when there's no proof, you ignite a power nothing can contain. Think back. Think about a moment you froze in hesitation, second-guessed your worth, stepped back when you should have stepped up. Was that fear based on truth or just echoes from the past? More often than not, it's just noise from old wounds or the shadows of what-ifs. But belief is a choice. And like any skill, it grows with practice. Every time you act despite fear, you lay another brick in the fortress of your confidence. Start with one goal, hit it, then another. Stack your wins. Build a track record with yourself. History doesn't remember doubters. It remembers those who pushed through ridicule, through rejection, through silence, and kept going. Walt Disney was told he wasn't creative. Henry Ford was mocked for thinking every family could own a car. The Wright brothers? Laughed at, until they changed the sky forever. What set them apart wasn't luck. It was unshakable self-belief. Confidence isn't given to the chosen few. It's built, layer by layer. It's what happens when you move with intention, when you own your value, and when you take action without needing anyone's permission. It's not arrogance. It's self-respect. It's having the guts to replace your doubts with determination. And when you fall, and you will, that belief will lift you again. The difference between the ones who reach their peak and the ones who settle isn't talent. It's the decision to believe. When there's no cheering crowd, no safety net, just a whisper inside saying, "You've got this." Believe now, not later, not someday, right now. Because success starts with a mindset, a choice to see yourself as worthy before the world sees it. And if belief is the fire, discipline is the fuel. It's the unglamorous, unseen force that builds empires. Not talent, not even brilliance. Just raw, stubborn discipline. The willingness to show up when you don't feel like it. To do the work, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not. Most people wait for a wave of motivation to hit, but motivation fades. Some days you'll be tired, some days uninspired. That's when discipline becomes your greatest ally. Look at anyone who's reached greatness. They trained when no one was watching. They worked when no applause echoed. They acted when every part of them wanted to rest, because they knew success doesn't come from bursts of effort. It's born in repetition, in habits, in the small choices you make when nobody's keeping score. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it only grows when pushed. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small, wake up early, stick to one commitment, push through when comfort calls. Each act of discipline compounds. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 year. And suddenly you're miles ahead. Even the best strategy fails without follow-through. Even the most brilliant ideas die without effort. Talent is useless if it's not applied with consistency. Ask yourself, are your habits building your future or stealing it? Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being relentless, doing the hard thing, especially when it's the last thing you want to do. The road to greatness is long. It's tough. There'll be days you want to quit. That's expected. But those are the days that shape you, the ones where discipline drags you forward when motivation can't. And that's how you win, not by being lucky, but by being disciplined enough to keep showing up until the dream is real. The world you live in isn't the same one you were born into. It changes every second. And if you want to thrive, you have to change with it. The most successful people aren't stuck in their ways. They're learners, explorers, adapters. They don't fear change. They master it. Learning isn't about collecting information. It's about applying it. Reading won't transform you. Action will. A seminar won't shift your life unless you do something with what you heard. Real growth demands discomfort. It pushes you into the unknown and dares you to swim. That's the edge where transformation begins. Don't just learn to know. Learn to evolve, to stretch, to sharpen your mind like a blade. Because a dull mind can't solve sharp problems. And in a fast-moving world, stagnation is slow death. Keep asking questions. Keep unlearning old beliefs and testing new ones. The moment you think you know it all, you stop becoming more. Every giant in history remained a student. They chased knowledge not because they lacked answers, but because they craved better ones. They understood that the mind must be fed daily. So ask yourself, what are you feeding your mind? Are you stretching your perspective? Are you building yourself? Or just scrolling through someone else's success? Knowledge means nothing if it dies on the shelf. But knowledge put into motion? That's power. That's momentum. That's how you stay ahead while the world shifts beneath your feet. Don't get left behind clinging to yesterday's tools. Grow, learn, adapt, and lead the way forward. And finally, look around. Who walks beside you? Your circle isn't just background noise. It's the environment shaping your thoughts, your habits, your identity. The people you spend time with either fuel your fire or snuff it out. You become the company you keep. If your circle is filled with doubt, fear, and excuses, you'll absorb it. But if you surround yourself with hunger, discipline, and drive, you'll rise. Energy transfers. And over time, it shapes who you are. Greatness isn't just built in solitude, it's forged in community. The right circle will challenge you, push you, remind you of who you said you wanted to become. They won't let you settle, they'll hold you accountable, and you'll grow together. This isn't about cutting people off without compassion. It's about protecting your path, about knowing that every conversation, every moment spent, is either an investment or a cost. Time is currency. Spend it with those who multiply it, not those who drain it. So look at your circle. Do they inspire you to level up or give you permission to stay the same? Choose wisely, because the voices you listen to become the story you live. Surround yourself with warriors, with dreamers, with doers, and you'll become one too. Sometimes you have to step away from certain people, not out of anger, not out of pride, but out of necessity. Growth demands space, and sometimes the people closest to you unknowingly keep you anchored to the version of yourself you're trying to outgrow. You don't owe anyone your stillness. You owe yourself movement, transformation, progress. Look around. Who inspires you? Who lives the way you want to live? Not just on the surface, but in how they think, how they show up, how they rise. Draw near to them. Learn from their path. Let their journey stretch your vision. You need people who don't just cheer when you win, but challenge you when you don't. People who won't let you settle, who hold you to your higher standard even when it's uncomfortable. That's the kind of circle that elevates you, because the people around you, they don't just shape your present, they sculpt your future. Everything changes when you shift how you see the world. Success isn't just a product of talent or opportunity. It begins in the mind. What you believe shapes what you do, and what you do shapes who you become. If you believe the world is scarce, that there's only so much success to go around, you'll move through life guarded, hesitant, comparing and competing. That mindset breeds fear, hoarding, and isolation. You'll see others winning and feel like you're falling behind. You'll see risk and think of failure instead of growth. But what if you flip that script? What if you believe the world is full of opportunities, waiting, endless, abundant, that someone else's victory is proof of what's possible, not proof that you missed out? That shift rewires everything. Suddenly, challenges become puzzles instead of threats. Setbacks become lessons instead of signs to stop. You collaborate. You lift others. You stretch further because you no longer believe success is running out. You believe it's expanding. The difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck isn't resources. It's vision. It's whether you see a wall or a window. And the truth is, your brain is always listening. It listens to the story you tell yourself. So when you say you're not enough, it looks for proof. But when you speak belief, when you feed your mind with the idea that you are capable, ready, worthy, that becomes your reality. Reframing your thoughts is where the shift begins. It's choosing to say, I'll figure it out, instead of, I can't. It's saying, if they can, I can, instead of, I'll never be like them. It's surrounding yourself with people and content that stretch your mind instead of shrink it. And it's practicing gratitude every day, even in struggle, because gratitude grounds you in what you have, not what you lack. And from that place, abundance flows. You attract what you focus on. So start seeing the possibilities instead of the problems. Start thinking like the person you want to become. But mindset alone won't carry you. You need something deeper, something that burns within and keeps you moving even when the world goes quiet. That something is passion. But passion alone is fire with no direction. You need purpose to guide it. The most fulfilled people aren't just chasing success. They're driven by meaning. They wake up with a mission, something that pulls them forward, even on the hard days. Passion is what gets you started. Purpose is what keeps you going. Together, they make you unstoppable. When you know why you're doing something, when it matters to you on a soul-deep level, sacrifice becomes easier. Discipline becomes natural. You don't need external motivation because you found an inner calling. But don't be fooled. Purpose won't replace hard work. You still have to show up when it's boring. You still have to put in the reps when no one's watching. Passion and purpose are the fuel, but action is the engine. You can't think your way to success. You can't just dream or plan or hope. You have to move, especially when it's hard, especially when it doesn't feel perfect. That's where real success is forged, in the messy middle, not the easy beginning. You have to act before you're ready, because waiting for clarity, waiting for the perfect moment, it's just another form of fear. The truth is, there is no perfect time. The time is now. Every single day you delay, you stay the same. And the world, it keeps moving. So take the risk, send the message, build the habit, make the leap. Not because you're certain, but because you're committed. Success is not reserved for the smartest or the luckiest. It's earned by those who are bold enough to begin and relentless enough to continue. Everything you want, it's already inside you. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of who you're willing to become. Because the life you dream of won't find you. You have to build it, one decision, one step, one action at a time.